All right, so we have Olivia Van der Jagt. We'll start with questions, and we'll begin with Jacob. Jacob, go ahead.
Thank you, Ryan. Hi, Olivia. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us this afternoon. Just first off, your overall thoughts going into tomorrow's match against Portland.
Yeah, we're really excited, and as you guys know, the rivalry, so we're just ready to get after it. And of course, we want to make an impact and get the first seeds that we can play at home in the Challenge Cup. So I think everyone's just prepared to go out there and, fight like we always do against Portland and have that winning mentality.
Does it still feel surreal for you that how, not too long ago you were probably just watching, the Rain Thorns rivalry from the stands, and now you've played games in them. Is it still kind of like an adjustment for you? Like, wow, you're now part of it on both sides of it.
Yeah, I feel like, going from watching it and just having that foundation of Seattle-Portland rivalry, and growing up from Seattle, it's always been a thing, and now competing in it, I feel like every time it's just, it's going to be a fight, that we want to win the Pacific Northwest, so I feel like it's really cool to be in the environment, and we got to play Portland so many times last year and this year, so I feel like now you kind of just know what to expect with the rivalry.
Mm-hmm. And then last one from me. We are 2 matches into the knockout stages of the World Cup. How is your bracket holding up?
Not well. It's been crazy, but it's been really fun to watch, and it just makes it that much more exciting. And I feel like a lot of us, our brackets are they're done.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Olivia.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jacob. And then Jeff, go ahead.
So this season was kind of prefaced with the roster being built and the Challenge Cup, and there's been success with all of that so far. You're above the playoff line. You're in a position to play for. From a team perspective, as you're looking around, how does it feel here in early August moving forward for the second half of the season?
Yeah, I think it really motivates us, and it just shows that we have such a deep team that we can both succeed in the Challenge Cup regular season. I think it just really motivates us to move forward and push on our goals of, winning the Challenge Cup, winning season, and getting into the championship and winning that. So I think it's just a really good start for us, and we just need to move forward and keep pushing through the end of the season.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. And then Susie.
Hi there. I was going to ask, the team is expecting more than 11,000 fans, and I'm kind of thinking back to maybe a month or so ago when you all came from behind against Louisville. A lot of players after the game really commented on the atmosphere and the crowd and what it was like. And I know you've talked a lot about playing here at Lumen Field, but just what does that mean to see the growth and to see that there's going to be more than 11,000 folks there for the Challenge Cup match?
Yeah, I think it's really special to see the fan base growing and just how we're getting all these fans out, especially for a Challenge Cup game too. And just, it's really cool to feel that when you're on the field, the environment and people cheering. And if we are kind of having a tough time in the game, like you said, coming back from being down in the Louisville game, I just feel like it gives us that extra push and that extra energy. And I think it's really special to see this, especially in a game that, last year, I know our Kansas City semifinal game had a ton of fans too, but just in a regular season game. So I think it's just really special that so many people are coming out to support, and it's growing. So it's really cool.
Thanks, Susie. And then Steven, go ahead.
Hi, Olivia. I wanted to ask, you guys have now gone through 5 Challenge Cup games this season, have yet to give up a single goal, even with a lot of roster rotation. I wonder if you could talk a little bit about how important that has been for the team, and what do you think you credit that to as a team?
Yeah, I think we have talked about it a lot, and that's one of our principles, is just being really hard to beat defensively, and that's kind of one of the things we pride ourselves on. And so it's we've definitely had success in the Challenge Cup, even with rotations throughout the roster. And I think that's something that just shows that our mentality, that we just want to be really, really hard to beat and defensively sound. So it just shows that we want to be a team that's hard to beat, and that that's kind of our foundation going forward.
Thanks, Steven. And then Susie?
Thank you. Just one more for me. I think last week we heard that the average age for the starting lineup was 25 on the team, and obviously you're only in your second year, but such an integral part of the squad. And I'm wondering just how you think differently about your role with this team in year 2 versus your first year.
Yeah, I feel like my first year, it's kind of looking to a lot of the older players and the veterans to kind of them kind of like teaching us and like helping us out. And I feel like this year, especially with like a lot of people gone and having a younger team, it's kind of more of like a responsibility of like we need to step up and kind of help the people around us and kind of just playing a different role, even coming from last year to this year of just learning how much I learned throughout the seasons is kind of just stepping up and playing a different role, kind of like you said, of just helping those around me. And the veteran players and like the World Cup players aren't always here, and so it's just like an opportunity to kind of step into that role a little bit.
Thanks, Susie. And then, are there any other questions? All right, thanks, everyone. Thanks, Nola.
Thank you guys.